Mike.
How are you, man?
I'm very well. It's been a long day, but a good day.
It's been a really long day. We've had quite the time in your hometown. Do you call it your hometown nowadays?
It's my surrogate hometown, I guess you could say.
How, when and why did you move to Aberfeldy?
10 years ago, starting to join off around when we met, actually. Come up here to do a gig. And long story short, before it even got into the town, coming over from the hill up here, I saw the town, saw the valley, and immediately knew I wanted to move here just because of the feel of it. I've never had that feeling before, actually, but I had it before even coming into the town.
Other than when you saw me for the first time?
Other than when I saw you.
Probably.
But that was like,
I would say love at first sight, say it.
Should we tell the story? Okay.
Don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and get what you're given. Life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead.
The first time I met you was before we were on tour together. I met you backstage at Terminal in New York. You were already on the road with Ed, and I was meant to be going on the UK dates. We got to know each other in a bit of a hurricane, I guess. You got to know a side of me, a bit of a raw, open-wounded side of me.
I think your music, your lyrics, and the way you come across, the way you express yourself it's raw and it's open and it's honest. So actually it was kind of like a really amazing time to meet you, actually, I think.
It was certainly an amazing time.
I stumbled down to the stomach of the town, where the widow takes memories to slowly drown. With her hand to the sky and a mist in her eyes, she said, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. Your life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead.
Well, I remember we spent many hours after the shows just song sharing.
I remember in Glasgow at the Barrowlands, me, you, Ed, and Paolo Nutini on the most disgusting stairway known to man. Like it's really rank, isn't it? But there's a beauty to it. And we just sat there like everyone's smoking fags and like drinking whiskey and passing the guitar around. I don't know if I've ever had imposter syndrome like that night. That's a lottery win of a gig. No one gets to see that, right? That's pretty fucking amazing.
That was a while. I remember that night very well, actually.
You have them back some when you paid off your mortgage alone. I hell with this place. I go it my own way. I stick out my thumb. I trudge down the highway. Someday someone must be going my way home.
Back to this project, I think Life's for the Living as a song. Immediately when I was kind of like, I kind of figured out the artists that I would love to get involved, and this song just
You couldn't get him, so then you called me?
I couldn't get him, yeah, I was going for Paolo Nutini. No, you were the obvious choice, and this song just seemed to like scream Foy to me. I'm so glad that you sang on it, because I think you really upped my game on it. So this is a song that I've played live pretty much every gig since writing it, and it's a really rousing number live. Like I really get involved and I stomp around, and recording it, especially on the first version of this album, it was so tame, it's so polite, it's just like, it's not got what it needs. And it didn't this time around either, until you put your vocal in, and then I redid my vocal, and having your energy in it suddenly lifted my game.
Smile for the living, get what you need and give what you're given. Life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead.
It feels like it was meant to be, actually. And I think it's really ended up being something quite special. I'm very happy with it.
But so am I, mate. And I'm glad you asked me. It's a killer.
Oh, good.
That's a killer. Straight killer.